Welcome viewers, if still you're not subscribed to this channel, kindly subscribe and also click the bell icon to get technology updates regularly on this JP Infotech channel.
Hi, in this video we are going to see about a Java project which is entitled as attribute based encryption with privacy protection and accountability for CloudIoT, which is an IEEE 2022 transaction paper. Before seeing the execution of the project, let me brief about this project. Here the project is about CloudIoT. So CloudIoT is a platform where the data which is collected from the IoT device are being stored on the cloud to access and process from anywhere. But the problem is like the data stored on the cloud should have the security and the privacy. So to make the data stored by the cloud by the IoT devices should be encrypted. So IoT data stored on cloud should be encrypted to ensure the data privacy. But here comes the problem, that is to authorized entity only can access it and decrypt the encrypted data. So here in this paper the authors have proposed the concept of ciphertext-policy attribute based encryption, CP-ABE scheme. So that enables the fine-grained access control mechanism of the encrypted IoT data device, and also for the accountability it should ensure the user that whether the data stored in the cloud is secure or not. So for that, here in this paper we will be having 5 entities: data owner, data user, attribute authority, cloud server and the auditor. So here you can see the system architecture, which consists of the data owner, data user, attribute authority, cloud server and the auditor. So now let us see the execution of the project. Before, please note that we cannot implement the exact algorithm or the mathematical model as mentioned in the base paper. So only the main objectives of the paper has been implemented. Now we have developed this project in NETBEANS IDE 8.2 in Java. So just open NETBEANS IDE 8.2. First import the project into the NETBEANS IDE. So first go to the file menu and click open project. Now go to the source code location. So in the source code folder you can find this privacy protection and accountability. Just click this open project. Now kindly wait till the complete project is being loaded into the NETBEANS IDE. Meanwhile, let us attach the database in the MySQL part. So just go to MySQL administrator and click the username and password as root and root, and then go to the restore option. Now go to the open backup file and just go to the source code location. There you can find the database folder and select the database and click start restore. Now you can see the restore operation was finished successfully message and click close. Now you can close this MySQL administrator part. Now coming back to the NETBEANS IDE, in case if you are seeing the error this in web page part, this is due to the template mismatch to the IDE. So you can just ignore it and you can run it. In case if you wanted to clear it, just go to the CSV file, whichever is showing. Just select filter out. Now you can see the error message is cleared and you can close this, and again the same for this. Just select the filter out option. So now you can see it is also clear. Just you can save that. So now you can see the error is cleared, and just right click it. Now we can run the project. So just click the run. So kindly wait till it is being loaded into the browser part. It takes few minutes. So now you can see the home screen or welcome screen of the project with the project title attribute based encryption with privacy protection and accountability for CloudIoT. And here you can see the entities that we have discussed in the data owner, data user, attribute authority, auditor, cloud server. Let us see the things one by one. So first thing is like, let me go to the data owner part. So it will be navigated to the data owner login page. As we don't have any username and password, just let us register by clicking the new owner registration. So once if you click this new owner registration, it will be navigated to the data owner registration form. You need to enter the details as given: name, email ID, phone number, address, password, and then click the register. Now you can see the registration is success message and click OK. Now it will be navigated to the data owner login form. So I'm giving the email ID and the password which we have used during the registration and click login. But you can see the message that your account not yet approved, please try later again, because the data owner, whoever registers, should be approved by the attribute authority. Only if it has been approved, the data owner or the data user can able to log in into the system to avoid unnecessary user or malicious user into the system, which enhances the security of the system. Just go to the attribute authority. So just log in with the credentials AA, capital AA, the password also AA, and click login. And now you can see the login is success and click OK. And now you can see the home screen of the attribute authority. So just you can see the options of data owner activation, data user activation, data owner details. So it is empty, data user details empty, access records, everything is empty because we are not done anything. So first let me go to the data owner activation. So here you can see the ID 1, the name which we have given right now, and the email ID, phone number, address, and you can see the status here as no because it has not been approved. So first let me approve this user. Here the attribute authority has the access of approving or rejecting any data owner. So just let me approve this user. So I am approving. So you can see that account activated message and click OK. And now you can see there is no any pending data owner approval table and it has been empty. Now if you go to the data owner details, here you can see the details that and status has been active, and you can see the lost log time. Since the user is not yet logged in, you can see it is 0. So now let me log out from this part, attribute authority part, and go to the data owner part. So last time it was not logged in, and now I'm giving the same email ID and the password and click login. Now you can see the login is success and click OK. Now it will be navigated to the data owner home page, where you can see the data owner home page, and the data owner has the options of seeing the file upload, my file, trace status, and logout. So if you go to my files, you can see the file. There is no any file because the data owner has not uploaded any files right now. And first let me go to the file upload option. So before uploading the file, let me show you the cloud part. As this is a cloud project, the file that we are uploading, that should be stored in a cloud. So we have used Drive HQ cloud service provider. So here you can create a new account which is free of cost only, and after entering the username and after creating the account in the Drive HQ, you need to activate that account and then enter the username and password in the code. So in the source code folder you can find the ftpcon.java file, where you need to enter the username and password in the line number 30. So here you can see the username and password. You need to enter your username and password so that the file whichever you are uploading will be stored in the Drive HQ cloud. So now let me show you that part now. Once after entering your username and password, you need to save it, and coming back to the file upload part. So here you can see the attribute. It asks for the manager or assistant manager or staff kind of thing. So for example, let me click as a manager, and you can see the access policy here. So now let me create an access policy read or download. So in case if you are selecting read, that particular user can only read it, they cannot able to download. In case if they are selecting download, they can able to download the file. So let me select the download for manager, and now let me create a file. So let me name this file. So let me name it as CloudIoT and save this. So now Let me choose the file which I have created in the desktop, CloudIoT, and then click upload. And now you can see the message file uploaded to the cloud server and success message, and click OK. So now if you go to my files part, you can see the file ID. Earlier it was empty. Now you can see the file ID 1, file name, and what is the access policy and attribute, and what is the hash value generated, and what is the secret key, uploaded date and time, and view trace details. So it is made sure that the file has been uploaded in the local. And now let us check out for the Drive HQ. So now let me log in with my credentials. And now in Drive HQ you can see cloudiot.txt, the file which is uploaded 27/3, the date you can see 27/3/2023 just now. And once if you click the file, you can see the file has been encrypted. The data whichever uploaded in the cloud is not being viewed to anyone for the security purpose. So it is made sure that the file is being uploaded, encrypted, and also stored in the cloud part. So now let us close this Drive HQ part and coming back to the project. So now let me log out, and now let me create a data user part. So go to the data user menu, and it will be navigated to the data user login form. Just go to the new user registration for the data user registration. So now let me create a data user called Alice. And then click register, and you can see the registration is success, and click OK. As we did it for the data owner, the same, even if you are created now, even if you are giving the exact username and password, the data user cannot able to log in. The attribute authority should able to approve the request, only then the data user can able to log in into the system. So just go to the data user activation. So here data user details, you can see it is empty now. So now let us go to the data user activations, where you can see the details of the ID, name, phone number, and status. You can see no, and let me click approve, and now you can see account is activated, and click OK. And now if you go to the data user details, you can see the ID, name, and all the details of it, and you can see status has been active now. Now let me log out from this part, and now let me go to the data user login. So just enter the email ID and the password which we have used during the registration. So now I'm entering the details and click login, and now you can see the login is success, and click OK. Now it will be navigated to the data user home page. So here the data user has the options of search the file, requested file, verify files, judge files, and logout. So now let me go to the search file. So now if I enter something JP and click find, you can see there is no files available, so it is shown not. So now if I search for CloudIoT and click find, so now you can see the data owner has already uploaded a file called CloudIoT, so it is being shown to the data user. But if you can see that you cannot able to download or view the file, only if it is matches the requirements, then only it can able to view the file. Let us see that part now. So if you see the action part, you can see request for the file. Just click the request, and you can see the data request has been sent, and click OK. And now if you go to the requested files, you can see the file which is requested by this user. You can see the decryption key is not being generated, and status has been waiting. If you see view results, you can see file access is not uploaded, so they cannot able to view the file of it. So now let me log out from this part. So now let me go to the attribute authority part. So just log in with the credentials AA and click login, and if you see the login is success. And now if you go to the access request part, so now you can see the data user has requested for this. So you can see which data user, what is the data user name, and what is the data owner ID, and what is the data owner name, and what is the file name, and what is the access policy. So you can see the decryption key is not being generated. So only if the attribute authority approves this, the data user can able to view the file, or else they cannot able to view the file of it. So just let me click approve, and now you can see the access is granted, and OK. And now let me log out, And now let me go to the data user part. So Alice, and now if you go to the requested files, now you can see the decryption key is being generated and the status you can see it is granted. Now if you go to view results, it asks for the key verification. If you are giving wrong key, what happens? Let us see. You can see it is invalid key, so the file will not be shown to the user. So only if they have the exact decryption key, they can able to decrypt the file and they can view it. So now you can see the decrypted file with the file name and the content of the file. As the data owner has set the access policy of download, the download button is given here. The file can be downloaded, because if they have given the access policy read, they cannot able to, the data user cannot able to download the file. So now let me download and show you, and let me go to the downloads part and save it. So now you can see the exact original file is being downloaded by the data user. So now let me log out from this part, and now let me go to the data owner part. So here we have two things, that is privacy protection and accountability. The first thing we have shown right now, privacy protection, and next part is the accountability. So accountability is like verifying the file that is stored in the cloud is secure or not. So now let me go to the data owner part. Now let me go to the trace my files part, and here you can see the file, and now you can see the option of trace file. So just let me click trace file, and now you can see the trace request has been sent, and click OK. Now if you go to the trace status, you can see it has been empty, it is not been shown, because it should be verified by the auditor part. So now if you go to the auditor part, so just log in with the username and password as auditor and click login, and now you can see the login is success and click OK. Now it will be navigated to the auditor home page, and now here you can see the trace request. So just click this trace request, and now you can see the request which is made by the data owner JP is being shown here with the hash value and status it is been waiting. So now the auditor should compute the files and verify whether the file stored in the cloud is modified or not, or it is been safe or not, like that. So just let me click compute files. So now the trace verification is being checked, and now if you go to the trace results part, you can see the trace results, and you can see the status is being now verified. And just go to the data owner part, and let us check for that from the data owner part. So just go to the trace status, and you can see the file status is being verified now. And now let me log out from this part. So now let us go to the cloud server part. So just click the cloud server menu. So you need to log in with the cloud server with the username and password as CS, both are capital letter, and click login. And now you can see the login is success and click OK. Now in the cloud server we have the options of cloud file. Just click this cloud files. You can see the file that is available in the cloud. So now we have only one file that is uploaded by the data owner, that is CloudIoT. So now for a prototype we have kept the edit option, where the cloud is going to modify the file to show the user whether the file is protected or not. So now I am adding a content called JP here and click update. So now the file is being modified. So now let me log out, and this time let us check whether the auditor verifies this or not. So now let me log in with the data owner. And go to the my files part, and let me click the trace file. So now the trace request is sent again, and click OK. Now if you go to the trace status, Earlier it was been verified, that is been shown here, and now you can see the trace request which is given by now. This time has been waiting, so this is the second time. So the ID is been 2. And now let me log out. This time let me go to the auditor and log in with the credentials of the auditor, and now let me go to the trace request where you can see the second ID, the request, and you can see status has been waiting. Now the auditor is going to compute the files and verify. So we have already changed the file. Now let us check whether auditor will identify that or not. So just click compute files, and now you can see the trace is being checked and click OK. Now if you go to the trace results part, you can see the second ID which we have given right now is being corrupted because the file is being modified by adding some content in it. So the auditor checks that and verifies that without seeing the original text. It is being done with the hash value verification. So now let me go to the logout and go to the data owner, and the data owner so in the data owner trace status, you can see that second one which is requested by this user is also updated to the data owner, that is the file is being corrupted. And let me log out from the data owner part now. So now let me go to the data user part. And here if you go to the verify files in the data user part, so here you can see the judge results, just the data. Now we have seen from the data owner part, so now from the data user part, so it is going to verify. So just click the judge result. So now you can see the file is compromised and it is corrupted, is been updated to the data user also. So just go to the judge results and you can see the verification status, the file is being corrupted, and log out. And let me go to the attribute authority part. So in the attribute authority part, you can see the all requests that is made, and in the auditor part final we can see the trace results and the judge results. And so we have made this accountability also with the privacy protection, and the accountability is also made for the data that is stored in the cloud by the CloudIoT. And this is all about the project attribute based encryption with privacy protection and accountability for CloudIoT. And thank you all for watching.